Hi, and welcome to Ivy English. I'm Angela.
And I'm Wesley.
Today is April the 23rd, and we're on page 66 of the magazine, a lucky page. And the article today is called The Surprises of the Chili Pepper. And the biggest surprise is, ow.
好，那这个地方我们中文标题呢是辣椒无法抗拒的魔鬼般滋味。
And so let's just read it because there's so much interesting information in this article. Distinctive in shape and taste, the chili pepper is a mysterious fruit. Yes, you read that correctly, fruit. Along with the tomato, the chili pepper is often mistaken for a vegetable, when in fact it belongs in the fruit category. Given that most other fruits are sweet and don't burn our tongues and mouths, it seems to defy logic to classify chili peppers that way. Another apparent puzzle is why people enjoy consuming a food item that causes them so much pain. It has been theorized that chilies developed their intense spiciness as a protection mechanism. This indeed appears to be an effective defense, for the most part, because only one mammal dines on chili peppers, humans. Birds, which lack the sensory receptors to experience discomfort from eating the peppers, also eat the chili plant. However, this makes sense from an evolutionary perspective because birds spread the seeds by ingesting them and dispersing them to other locations through their excrement. A possible explanation for people's fondness for chilies, despite the pain caused by the compound called capsaicin in them, is the idea of constrained risk, a concept hypothesized by psychologist Paul Rosen. According to Rosen, people who enjoy eating hot chili peppers do so because it gives them a thrill, which they know presents no real danger, similar to how riding a roller coaster excites people. Rosen's theory may help explain how the chili pepper became so popular and widespread. Prior to Christopher Columbus, the plant was virtually unknown, except to those living in the areas we now call Central and South America. On his voyage in 1492, he became the first person from the Old World to encounter the spicy fruit, which he named pepper in honor of the black pepper he was searching for. Chili peppers were one of the treasures the famed explorer brought back to Europe from the New World. Okay, so if something is distinctive in shape and taste, it means it's very different from other things in shape, in terms of its form and its taste. The chili pepper is a mysterious fruit, and calling it a mysterious fruit is one of the best ways I've ever heard describe a chili pepper. Like, a chili pepper is a mysterious fruit. You've got me from go, okay? If you ever talk about how to attract people to your article, stating something unusual or interesting or a fact or starting in the middle of the action usually grabs people's attention. Mm-hmm. In fact, I don't think you need the distinctive in shape and taste part. You could just start with going, the chili pepper is a mysterious fruit. And everyone goes, hey, what? It's a fruit? And they have to keep on reading. And saying it's a mysterious fruit makes it more interesting because you're like, it's a fruit, so that's weird. And of course, why is it a fruit? That's mysterious. Yes, I want to know more.
嗯哼，好，那我们看到这个第一个句子哈，它 distinctive 就是很独特、很有特色的哈 ，very different from others， 所以它很独特。那 in shape and taste， 它在形状、在口味上面都非常独特。这个是一个分词片语啊，它省略了 being， 那它主要子句的主词就是 the chili pepper， 所以 the chili pepper 它非常的这个在形状和口味方面都很独特。那它是一个 mysterious， 一个很神秘的 fruit。好，那刚刚 Angela 老师讲那个，其实各位可以好仔细体会一下，就是英文的写作怎么写哈。那像这个地方一开头就出现这个句子，其实很有力量啊。The chili pepper is a mysterious fruit。那读者马上说，哦，神秘是哪里在神秘？而且呢，看到 fruit 这个字，可能会觉得，哦，它怎么是水果呢？那可能想说，哎，你是不是搞错了？好，那这个接下来往下看的话，这样效果会更好。那事实上这一句话呢，如果你前面那个 distinctive in shape and taste 不写也很好啊。那这样的话，这个句子一开始，这个文章一开始就是 the chili pepper is a mysterious fruit， 这样子的话更简短有力，同那个读者就会觉得哇啊，它是个居然是个很神秘的啊，居然是个水果 好，那这样开头也不错。好，所以这两种开头都有它各自的长处啊。那这个我们杂志上这个，它是先给你交代啊，它在形状、口味上有独特啊，然后再说它是个很神秘的水果。但是你也可以直接说它是个很神秘的水果啊，效果都很好。
Another example of a really good opener, if you're doing a drama story, you can just be like, the boy cried out in pain. Immediately you're like, whoa, what happened?
Yeah, 那如果你今天写故事的话呢，你可以另外一种很有效的开头，就是直接就说好 ，The boy cried out in pain 啊，这个小孩痛的哭出来了，或者痛苦的哭出来了。好，光这么一句，我想中文大家也感觉得到，对不对？如果有个小说一开头就是他忍不住哭出来了，哦，或者他痛的哭出来了，那你马上就会想，哦，他为什么痛呢？为什么哭出来呢？你会想要去看这个故事。
The point is an opening sentence has to create questions or interests in the person's mind, and then they will read it.
那重点就是开一个文章的开头或者故事的开头，你要让这个读者呢心里面有 question 啊，有这个interest， 心里面要有一些疑问，发生什么事了？然后他要有兴趣去了解啊，所以这个在写作里面有时候也称为一个 hook 啊，像勾勾一样，一开始把你勾住了啊，你就觉得到底要发生什么事？你会跟着去看。
And as Wesley pointed out, the second sentence really does intensify this sense of interest. Because we just said, the chili pepper is a mysterious fruit. And then we go, yes, you read that correctly. Fruit. And you're like, wait, what? Really? So you're kind of like affirming or validating the reader's feelings. You're like, yep, you're right. Most people would be like, how is it a fruit? And you're one of those people, and we're going to explain that.
好，所以呢，这个第一句完之后，这个第二句话写的也很有力量。第二句话说 ，Yes 啊 ，You read that correctly， 没错，你没有看错 ，fruit 它真的是一种水果啊，所以等于就是你让读者感觉到说，作者也知道我的心情啊，那这样子的话就让读者更有兴趣读下去，因为作者说没错 ，You 就是指读者，你没有读错，因为你可能会读错，这个辣椒是水果啊，那你说没错，你没有读错，它真的是水果。
But the other point of this second sentence is to give the person time to absorb the new information. If you go straight into the explanation, they're maybe not mentally ready yet. So you've got to give them one more second of absorption time.
好，那这样的一个开头呢，就是第二句话，另外一个用处就是它会让给这个读者一些更多的时间，好，让这个 information 能够吸收啊，能够 sink in 啊，真的它就是个水果。
Okay, so our third sentence does another nice thing. They bring other relevant information in to confirm this whole thing. So along with the tomato, the chili pepper is often mistaken for a vegetable. So another thing where this happens a lot is people think tomatoes are a vegetable when they're actually a fruit. So by bringing this other fact in, you also give the reader time to be like, okay, I was right in thinking it was a fruit, and now I'm going to be ready to learn why it's not a fruit.
所以第三句话呢，更加强了它的效果啊。就他说呢 ，along with the tomato 啊，跟番茄一样啊 ，along with 就跟什么一样啊，在这里的意思啊。所以跟番茄一样呢，这个辣椒呢 is often mistaken for 哈 ，to be mistaken for 就是被人家搞错，误以为是什么，被误认为什么，叫做 is mistaken for。所以辣椒常常被误以为它是一个 vegetable， 它是一种蔬菜。In fact， 事实上啊，这个 when 可以翻成中文的而事实上它是属于水果类啊。It belongs in the fruit category. Category 就是类别啊，所以 the fruit category 就是水果类。那注意 belongs in 啊，这里不是用 to， 是 belongs in， 因为 you belong in a category。那 belong to someone， 那是 belong in a category。Okay,
so let's just quick tell you the difference between a fruit and a vegetable since the article doesn't. A fruit is a seed-bearing structure that develops from the ovary of a flowering plant, whereas vegetables are just a part of a plant, like the root or the stem or the leaves. So isn't that interesting?
Yeah, 所以 fruit 跟 vegetable 的差别呢是 fruit 它是带有果实的啊，它里面会有果实，也会有种子啦啊，它会有种子。好，那 vegetable 呢只是一个植物的一部分，那叫 vegetable。所以像你那个我们讲青菜是 vegetable， 因为青菜里面没有种子。
Yeah, and also a sweet potato, the root is a vegetable because there's no seeds inside of it.
Yeah, 然后像这个马铃薯啊，它是根啊，那它里面也没有这个 seed 啊，也没有种子，所以它属于蔬菜。
So, now that we know what's a fruit and what's a vegetable, we can go on. So given that, as a foundation that most fruits are sweet, so the fact that we consider fruits to be sweet, that's our definition for fruit, the average person's definition for fruit. And most fruits also, actually no fruits other than peppers, burn our tongues and mouths. It seems to defy logic to classify chili peppers that way. How can we say it's a fruit when it's burning your mouth? But it's a fruit because it has seeds.
Yeah. 好，所以其实这个 fruit 我们这里翻成水果了哈。那事实上 fruit 另外一个翻译是果实哈，你用果实去想这个辣椒就不会觉得那么奇怪了哈。那我们先看来这个句子，他说 given that 就是由于 because of 因为 most other fruits 大多数其他的水果，那各位注意到 fruit 在这里加了 s， 因为它指不同的水果，所以大多数其他的水果呢 are sweet 是甜的，而且呢 don't burn our tongues 啊，它 burn 在这里呢是使有烧灼感的意思啊，不是真的燃烧，而是使它有烧灼感。所以大多数的水果是甜的，而且不会让我们的 tongues 跟我们的 mouths 我们的嘴跟舌会有烧灼感。好，所以呢，既然是这样子 ，it seems to defy logic。defy 就是违反啊 ，defy logic 就违反了逻辑啊，因为大多数水果都是甜的，但是辣椒呢，它不是甜的，而且它会让我们的这个舌头还有我们的嘴会有烧灼感，所以看起来似乎是不合逻辑的，把这个 classify 就是分类，把这个 chili peppers 把它分类成为 that way 就是把它分类成为水果。
And another apparent puzzle is why people enjoy consuming or eating a food item that causes them so much pain. Why do we eat something that hurts?
Yeah. 那 puzzle 就是 something difficult to understand 好，所以另外一个 apparent 啊 apparent 这个字呢，它有两个意思啊，一个就是 clearly seen 很显然很明显的，但是 apparent 它其实也有另外一个意思，就是 seeming real but not necessarily so 啊，看起来好像是，但其实不必然是。像这个地方 apparent puzzle 可能就有这种意思，就看起来好像是个 puzzle， 其实不见得是个 puzzle。我们解释之后你就了解了啊，是这个意思。所以 apparent puzzle， 那 puzzle 就是 something difficult to understand， 就是一个这个谜啊。所以另外一个看起来好像是谜的事情呢，是为什么人们会喜欢去吃 consuming 在这里 eating， 好，去吃一个 food item， 就是一个食物的品项啊 ，item 就是一个品项。为什么人们会想要去吃一种食物？这个食物会 causes them so much pain， 让他们这么的痛苦。
So it has been theorized that chilies developed their intense spiciness as a protection mechanism. So when people think about why chilies are spicy, they think, oh, well, probably they evolved to protect themselves from being randomly eaten by animals.
好，所以呢 it has been theorized that 各位可以把它背起来，意思就是有这么一个理论，有这么一个说法的意思有这么一种理论是说呢，这个辣椒 developed their intense spiciness。好 intense 就是很强烈的很浓烈的spiciness 就是辛辣，所以辣椒发展出他们的这种很强烈的辛辣，作为一种 protection mechanism， 一种防御的机制。
And this indeed appears to be an effective defense. It really seems to be effective for the most part, for most animals, because only one mammal, not animal but mammal, dines on chili peppers. Only one of all the mammals is willing to eat them, and that is humans.
好，那我们看到这个地方，它说 this indeed， 那这种防御的机制呢 ，appears to be 看来好像是一个 effective defense， 一个很有效的防卫啊 ，defense 是防卫。那 for the most part， 就是在大多数的情况之下，这个插入句就告诉你说它很有效啊，大多数的时候是啦，意思就是有的时候也不是啊。那为什么有的时候不是呢？他说 because only one mammal， 只有一种哺乳类动物 dines on chili peppers。好，那个 dines on 就是以什么为食啊？只有一种哺乳动物会以辣椒为食。哪一种动物呢？哪一种哺乳动物呢？就是人类。
You could argue that it's not even just an ineffective defense. It's actually been an effective way to spread themselves because humans like them so much that we plant them all over the place. We've taken them from continents. They're not just some random plant in the corner of the forest that isn't eaten by animals. They grow all over the world. So you could argue that their spiciness actually has been an effective offense.
Yeah, 所以这个地方，这个是 Angela 老师刚刚做的，这是非常好的一个 critical thinking 的一个例子就是他这里我们从这个角度来看，的确这个看起来好像 大多数的时候它是个有效的防卫机制啊，只不过它会被人吃了啊。但是你从另外一个角度来讲，你也可以说这也是一个很有效的一种攻击的这个机制啊 ，offense 啊 ，offense 啊，攻击的机制。因为辣椒啊，这个让人们喜欢吃它，就人们就会带着辣椒到处啊，他们人到哪里都会种辣椒，那反而让这个辣椒这个他们的品种，让他们的这个种类呢能够散布到全世界。所以你从这个角度来看呢，辣椒说不定是故意让人来吃的啊。Yeah.
I don't know if they feel that way about it.
Yeah.
But anyways, their original plan was that birds who can't taste hot, they lack the sensory receptors to experience discomfort from eating the peppers. In other words, they don't notice if something is hot or not. They just see the color. They go, ooh, it's red. Red is good. Let's eat that. And so the birds eat the chili plant. However, this makes sense from an evolutionary perspective. This is actually good for the pepper because this is an effective strategy for promulgating more peppers, for creating more peppers in the world, because birds will eat the seeds and then poo them out. They will ingest the seeds and then disperse them to other locations through their excrement. This is a common plant practice. This is how plants spread themselves throughout the world, and it's very commonly done. And birds are a major part of this strategy. And so plants make red berries, birds eat the berries, and then they carry the seeds to other places. This is what the berries are for. That's why peppers were evolved to begin with. And the fact that they're spicy means that only birds will eat them, so that's useful to the peppers. And the fact that they're spicy means that humans eat them and spread them all over the world was like a great bonus, but probably not the pepper's original intention.
好，所以我们可以看到说 birds 啊，然后同位格也不是说同位格，就是后面的修饰加一个这个非限定的关系代名词子句啊 ，birds which lack 他们缺乏 the sensory 就是感官的 receptors 这个受器或者受体或者感受器，他们缺乏这感官的感受器来 experience 来体验 discomfort 就是不舒服不舒适啊。那 from eating the peppers 也就是说它那个鸟类呢，它吃辣的，它没有那个辣的感受器，所以它不知道那个是辣的，它不会感觉到不舒服。那这样的情况之下呢，他们也会怎么样 ？Also eat the chili plant， 他们也会吃辣椒啊。但是呢 ，this makes sense， 这是有道理的 ，makes sense。From an evolutionary perspective， 从一个演化的角度来讲是有道理的。Perspective 就是一个观点，一个视角。为什么呢？因为鸟可以 spread the seeds， 它们可以传播这个种子啊。那传播这个字呢，刚刚那个Angel 老师用到另外一个字也不错哈 ，promulgate 啊，那就是 promulgate 好 promulgate。不过这个字好像通常是指有散播 ideas or information， right?
Yeah. Oh, you nailed me. In fact, promulgate is for information. The word I meant to say was propagate, which is for seeds and plants.
啊，那如果是植物或者种子的散播呢？另外一个字是另外一个字是 propagate，P-R-O-P-A-G-A-T-E 啊，所以这两个字也可以顺便一起学起来。好 ，promulgate，P-R-O-M-U-L-G-A-T-E， 这个通常是 ideas 或者 information。那 propagate 是植物散播它们的种子之类的啊。好，那我们可以看到他说，因为鸟类会 spread the seeds， 那这里他用了一个字比较简单、比较常见的字 spread 啊，它会传播这个种子。怎么传播呢 ？By ingesting them，ingest 就摄取啊，这个 gest 这个字根是 carry 的意思，所以 ingest 就是 carry in， 把它带到你身体里面就摄取。那另外一个 digest 跟很常见的消化，因为di 是 apart， 所以 digest 就是消化完之后呢，养分被带到身体的各个部分去啊，那叫做 digest。所以这个鸟它们摄取这些辣椒，然后呢 dispersing them， disperse 跟 spread 在这里是差不多的意思。disperse 就是 scatter 的意思啊 ，S-C-A-T-T-E-R scatter 啊，所以一样散播的意思，把这个种子散到 other locations 其他的地方 through their excrement， 透过它们的粪便啊，鸟类的粪便就把种子散到其他地方去。
So, a possible explanation for people's fondness for chilies, despite the pain caused by the compound called capsaicin in them, is the idea of constrained risk. So, a possible explanation for why people like to eat hot foods is the idea of constrained risk. It's risk, but it's limited. Constrained is another way to say limited. And this is a concept that was hypothesized or theorized or thought about by psychologist Paul Rosen.
那 a possible explanation 一个可能的解释for 对什么的解释呢 ？For people's fondness for chilies 对于人们对于这个辣椒的喜爱fondness 就是喜爱，就人们这么喜爱辣椒，有另外一个可能的解释是什么呢？好，那人们喜爱辣椒是怎么样一个喜爱法呢 ？Despite 尽管 the pain caused by the compound 尽管有这么一个痛苦。它是由什么造成的？有一个化合物 compound， 这化合物 which is 省略掉，这化合物称为capsaicin， 就是辣椒素。所以人类吃辣椒会觉得辣，主要是因为辣椒里面含有辣椒素。那尽管这样子，人们还是很喜欢吃辣椒。那有一个解释，可能的解释是 the idea of 这个解释就是这种想法叫做 constrained risk。就是约束的风险，有约束的或者有限的风险这个风险是在控制之内的风险。那这个是一个 concept， 童伟格告诉你 ，a concept hypothesized 就是假设，这是一个由谁所假设的一个概念呢？是由一位心理学家叫 Paul Rosen 他所提出的一个假设，就是人有一种所谓的 constrained risk 这样一种心理现象。
So according to Rosen, people who enjoy eating hot chili peppers do so because it gives them a thrill. It feels good. It makes you go, wow. And they also know it presents no real danger. They know they're not going to actually die or be hurt by it. So it's a safe thrill. And it's similar to how riding a roller coaster excites people. On a roller coaster, you also get to experience the danger of flying through the air while also knowing you are safe.
所以根据 Rosen 的说法呢，人们who enjoy eating hot chili peppers 喜欢吃辣椒的人这种人呢 do so 也就是说他们喜欢吃辣椒 so 就是喜欢吃辣椒，他们喜欢吃辣椒是因为 because 因为 it gives them a thrill 就给他们一种刺激感。那 which they know 是插入句所以 which presents no real danger 是这个句子原来的句型，就是给他们一种 thrill， 但是这个 thrill presents no real danger。 presents 在这里可以解释为 carry 带来这种刺激感，不会带来真的危险。那 they know 只是插进去，就是他们知道它不会带来真的危险。那举一个例子，例如怎么样？跟什么很相像呢？跟这个 riding a roller coaster 就是去坐云霄飞车一样它是搭云霄飞车怎么样的 excites people 会让人们带来怎么样的这个刺激感。那跟吃辣椒是一样的，因为云霄飞车你坐的时候你在空中飞好像掉下来自由落体但是不会真的受伤，所以很多人很喜欢那种刺激。
Now, Rosen's theory may help explain how the chili pepper became so popular and widespread.
Widespread 就是分布很广的，所以他的理论也许可以帮忙我们解释为什么辣椒这么受欢迎，这么分布广泛。
And prior to Christopher Columbus, so before the Spanish and the Portuguese started exploring the Americas, the plant was virtually unknown. Well, that's a very Eurocentric point of view because Europe didn't know about it, but it was very well known in Central and South America. So he said, the sentence goes, it was virtually unknown except to those living in the areas we now call Central and South America, which is not a small amount of people. So literally half the world knew about this plant.
Yeah. 好 prior to the before 在这个哥伦布之前呢，辣椒这个植物 was virtually 就是 almost unknown 几乎没有人知道。那这个当然是非常的这个以美国和欧洲为尤其欧洲为中心的一种看法了因为他说除了 except to 就 known to或者 unknown to所以除了谁知道之外呢 those 就是 those people， 除了住在一个我们今天称为中南美洲地方的人之外，这个植物几乎是没有人知道。它这地方其实指的是在欧洲几乎没有人知道辣椒这个东西但是美洲有人知道，那亚洲应该也有人已经在开始用辣椒了。
I think so, yeah. But he named this new to him fruit pepper in honor of the black pepper he was searching for, because the whole point of Christopher Columbus going to the U.S. was to try to find a spice route to the Indies, which was faster than going through the Middle East.
好，所以呢，在他1492年这个航程里面呢，他成为旧世界就是欧洲旧世界第一个人，他碰到了什么？碰到这个很辣的这个水果，那他把它称为 pepper。 那 in honor of 就是为了要这个尊崇啊，他在寻找的那个黑胡椒啊。那事实上哥伦布那个时候想要这个出来航行，主要就是希望能找到一条很快的路，能够到亚洲去取得亚洲的香料。
So chili peppers were one of the treasures the famed explorer brought back to Europe from the New World.
Yeah.
He's like, I didn't get black pepper, but I found you something similar.
Yeah. 所以 the famed explorer 就是指 Columbus 所以这个辣椒呢是他从新世界带到欧洲的这个宝藏之一他还带了许多宝藏。那 treasure 它这里也是一样放在 quotation mark 里面就告诉你说这个到底是不是真的宝物或者宝藏，这个还要看个人的这种诠释。
So this is actually the first of a 2-day article, so come back and join us tomorrow for the rest of the